A two-day empowerment conference for pastors and their spouses is being held in Belize City. The conference brings together denominational and non-denominational church leaders for a day of inspiration and transformational learning. The initiative is co-organized by a local organization called Children's Cup.
So what Children's Cup does is that we partner with the local church and we reach out to the children through feeding programs, after-school programs, discipleship and medical checkup. But we also know that the church is the only institution which Jesus left behind that can bring about transformation. So Children's Cup in itself cannot do that. And so we partner with the churches and we work with key pastors in key communities. What we have realized working with several of these churches and pastors, it's a lot of work. And so we wanted to reach out to the pastors, and as much as they pour out, we see it's necessary that someone pours into them and encourage them, inspire them.
The Experienced Church from Ohio in the USA is a co-sponsor of the event. Pastor Justina Brownlee is one of the visiting pastors who hope to inspire and show local religious leaders how partnership and smart use of resources can impact many lives.
As pastors, my husband and I know how weary and discouraged you can become in trying to make a difference in your community. And so our heart for Empower Conference is to bring in other pastors, that they don't have to come in and actually prepare or have a message or have to minister to anyone, that they can be ministered to. And so that's our heart of why we came to Belize, to really pour into them, to encourage them, to come alongside a lot of pastors that maybe have thought about quitting or maybe feel like they're not making a difference in their community, in their region, to come along and say that you are making a difference and you can continue to make a difference.
Talk to us about what are some of the different elements that you'll be covering today.
So we have worship during some of the sessions, and then we'll do different teachings during the sessions, and we have about 8 sessions total planned, and some of them are going to be just to encourage the pastors and their wives personally, and other sessions are going to be about how can you build the church and how can you make the biggest difference in your community with the resources you have. And so we're just coming to share what we've learned and what we've experienced, as well as allow the pastors to connect and network with one another, because a lot of times those relationships that'll be left here in Belize long after we're gone, we want them to be able to pray for one another, encourage one another, and have friendship with one another, so that when they're struggling, they can encourage one another, but also share ideas with one another. What's the need in the community, and how can we meet that together?
Pastor Manuel Guardado of Orange Walk shares how this kind of event will help to make his work more meaningful in his church and community.
And there is so many issues that we find in the children and also in the families. So have a conference like this to receive resources and information to how to do our job better in the community, that is just amazing.
What are some of the challenges, and how do you think that this will help you to solve some of these issues that you've seen?
Well, one of the main issues that I see, not only in the church, I see it on the culture, that it's sometimes very easy to speak about the hard issues that are happening in our country right now. But we can do 2 things. Talk, speak, and say that the things are wrong in the country right now. But I think that as a church, God have empowered us to do more than that. To go to the community, to speak with the people, and to tell the people that there is a hope of change for your family, for your children, and also for the whole country of Belize. So we need to share that hope. As a church, we have that hope and we want to share it to everybody. So there is a challenge on just talk and doing.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.